Hi, it's Teresa. I'm here in my home office in Anchorage, Alaska, and I wanted to tell you about my day last Thursday. I woke up last Thursday and I felt horrible. Not physically horrible, but emotionally and mentally horrible. I just felt really depressed. And it was a strange situation in that the day before I felt great. I felt happy. I felt optimistic, but I just woke up with no obvious reason why. I felt hopeless. I felt depressed. I felt despair. I don't know if you've ever had one of those days, but my guess is you probably have. So I wanted to talk about that and what you can do when you're having a bad day. I do want to clarify, I'm not talking about prolonged, excessive sadness or depression. That's a different story. But I'm talking about those occasional bad days that come up where you're just not feeling it. You're in a funk. So the first thing I want you to remember is that feeling bad is normal. We are human. We are meant to feel a range of emotions. And if we are feeling those emotions, that is actually emotionally healthy. So there is nothing wrong. First thing I want you to remember is there's nothing wrong. The second thing I want you to remember is that feelings do not last forever. Never in the history of mankind has a person had a feeling that hasn't gone away. So it may feel like, and it did to me, like this is not going to go away. I'm going to feel awful, which leads to more depression and more sadness. The truth is, this is going to pass. Feelings are like waves. It is not going to stay. Then what I like to do is to just allow that emotion, allow myself to feel it and not fight it. My natural tendency is to fight it and say, I don't want to feel this way. What is wrong? What can I do to make this feeling go away? And I find that doesn't work for me. So I allow the feeling to be there. If possible, I find a quiet place to sit down and identify how I feel that emotion, how I feel that feeling in my body, and give it a name. So for example, I sit down and I try to identify where in my body I am feeling that sensation that comes along with that emotion. Sometimes it is in my heart, sometimes it is in my head, sometimes it is in my stomach. So identify where I'm feeling a physical sensation. And then what is that sensation? Try to identify that. Is that nausea? Is it pressure? Is it weight? So where it is in my body, what it feels like. And then I give it a color. What color do I see this emotion in my head and in my heart? And then I name it. So for example, I might feel it in my heart. It might feel like pressure. It might be the color blue to me, and I might call it the blues. That's something that I've done before. So going through this whole process, I have found takes the power of that negative emotion out of my life. I'm welcoming this emotion, knowing that it's healthy, knowing that it won't stay, giving it a name and an identity, and acknowledging it. And that really works for me. So next time you're in a funk or having a bad day, try that. Give your bad day or those feelings that you're feeling an identity. Let them know that they are healthy and that they are welcome to come, and you are there to feel them and let them go on their way. Extra credit, do something that you know brings you joy. So that is kind of the last step that I like to do, is do something that I enjoy. I love to go for a drive, go for a walk outside. I love to put on some music that makes me want to dance. Whatever it is that brings you joy, that's a little extra credit when you're having a bad day. So how to find peace on a bad day, that's what's on my mind today. Let me know how you deal with bad days. And next time you have a bad day, if you try these steps that I've mentioned, please let me know how it worked out for you. Thanks. Bye.